Hi, ladies. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about today's thought of the day, and it's about consistency. I do want to say one of the things that I really like about Beachbody is I feel like they take an all encompassing approach to meeting the needs of their clientele. So, whether you are trying to get in better shape, they don't just hand you a workout. Of course, you can just individually purchase like Shakeology or some of their nutritional supplements, but they really encourage you to look at the whole picture. The workouts all come with nutrition plans, so they try to reinforce that exercising and that nutrition are both an important piece of the puzzle, and that Shakeology is just a piece of that nutritional part. It's about eating well too. But also as a coach, they try to take an all-encompassing approach, and they don't just tell you to go out and sell things. They tell you as a coach that you need to be doing personal development. So my first personal development, I finished the book now, and I'm kind of a little behind on getting started on my next one, but I read, first book I read was called The Compound Effect, which talked a little bit about basically creating success in your life. And so one of the things that came from the compound effect was about consistency in the small things, which is a lot of times whether we're trying to lose weight or achieve other things, we kind of give up. We're not as consistent as we need to be. So the example that it gave was, say there are two people, and one guy is over here and he decides, I am going to give up Coke. He was drinking a Coke a day, and he was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I know it's bad for me. I'm not going to do it. So he gives up a Coke that he normally was drinking every day. So the only change he made was giving up a Coke. The other guy on the other side passes a cookie shop every day, and he loves the smell of those cookies. So he just decides, I'm going to get 2 cookies every day after work because those smell good and I want them. And so we're going along, and one guy has given up Coke, one guy has started eating 2 cookies. And you move along, and about a week into their journey, there's no difference. The guy who's given up Coke is just giving up Coke. He's not seeing any different. It doesn't matter. The guy who's given up cookies, has started eating cookies, has just started eating cookies. You don't see any different. He hasn't gained weight, nothing. Even 2 months goes on. Not a big difference in the two. They both started out at the same weight, and they're still at the same weight. No big deal. But you move on along, and 2 years comes along. The guy who gave up his Coke, is now 30 pounds lighter. The guy who added his 2 cookies is now 30 pounds heavier. That's 60 pounds difference in the two. That's a big difference. They're going to look different. They're going to feel different. They're going to respond differently. That's a big difference. And all they did was a small thing. And for a while, they saw no difference. So they could have easily, 1-2 weeks in, the guy who was giving up Coke saying, you know what, my friend over here who's eating 2 cookies every day, we're just the same. Why do I have to sacrifice my Coke every day if it's not going to make any difference for me, if I'm not going to be any different from him? But that's where consistency comes in. And for different people, it takes longer on the consistency than others. And so I really like that thought, because that's where we lose out on weight losses, because we're not consistent. We have our New Year's resolutions. We have the start of the school year. We have something, and we start working out, and we do it a little bit. We do a couple of things, and we aren't seeing great results. We're still tired. It's still hard to get up in the morning, so we quit. Even with Shakeology, people will drink it for a month even, and they'll see a difference. They'll say it's more filling, they see some good things. It kind of curbs their appetite, but they don't want to stay consistent with it. It costs too much, whatever it may be. And so people drop their habits, and then they don't see results, and they say, but I've tried this, and I've tried this, and I've tried this, and it doesn't work. I'm here to tell you that the consistency does work. You will see results if you remain consistent in your habits over time. And that's the exciting part. You just have to really get those habits down well. So I know for me, I still, after 8 months, I do not have a flat stomach. About probably 2 months ago, maybe, I started saying, okay, I'm going to try this consistency thing. I'm going to do 10-minute ab workouts at least 5 days a week. And I do. And now my husband's doing it with me too. He likes to call them awesome abs. And we sit down and do our 10-minute ab workout. I don't have a flat stomach yet. I'm not, like I've said before, I'm not a flat stomach girl. And so I don't have it yet. But I think this consistency is going to pay off. Even if it's a year down the road, I think I'm going to eventually see results from this. And I am stronger. I do feel better. But it's just not, these great flat abs. So that's what this is about, is really having that consistency. And what we are asking you to do during this time consistently is engage in a 30-minute workout. If you were doing more exercise, you may have to do a little bit more than that, but engage in your 30-minute workout. Drink your Shakeology and follow the nutrition plan. That's what we're asking you to do for 21 days. We hope that you'll continue with it after that, because you'll see even more results if you do. But that's what we're asking you to do for the 21 days of this exercise. So my call to action for you today is, how are you going to consistently do those things? Are you going to wake up 30 minutes early? Are you going to do it during your lunch hour at work? What are you going to do to really develop your plan and get those 3 things in consistently during this time? And again, we're excited for the results that you'll see.